Hello and welcome here to Talk FCB and welcome to the penultimate weekend of the La Liga season, and at the very top of the league it was such a dramatic day, such an exciting day there with Atlético and Real going head to head for the title. But at the Camp Nou, all we were doing was once again proving that we are We are going to be talking about Barça against Celta, along with how Suarez may have scored the goal to win Atlético the league title. And of course we are going to be discussing as well Barça B, who also endured a tough day. And later tonight, Barça Femini. There is a lot to discuss. But right now, of course, we're frustrated, but not surprised. Let's get to it. Because indeed, in terms of Ronald Koeman's starting lineup to face Celta Vigo there at the Camp Nou, Barça technically going into this game were still in the title race, but Koeman making just one single change, Ilaix Moriba there coming into midfield to replace the suspended Frenkie de Jong. So it was a very, very similar system there to what we saw Dembele playing in that sort of wing-back role. There was no Serginho Dest in the starting lineup. And throughout the first half there, Barça had some very good moments, and there was a nice little bit of link-up play between Antoine Griezmann and Lionel Messi there. Griezmann with a 1-2 little ball in behind to Messi, who hit it first time on the volley. Could have been a wonderful, wonderful goal, but Messi there just lifting it over the bar, but had a really good connection on the ball. But 10 minutes later, Messi did indeed score, because it was an absolutely fantastic goal, you got to say. Barca winning the ball nice and high up the field, Busquets receiving the ball in space, and it's an absolutely incredible assist. Brilliant ball across there from Busquets, who just has one look up, sees the run of Messi, absolutely inch perfect. Messi doesn't even have to break his stride, break his run. He just moves onto that brilliant header at the back of the net, and Barca had the lead against Celta Vigo, that there being Messi's 30th of the season in La Liga. He's well clear of Benzema, and at least Messi's going to end the season with another Pichichi trophy. But of course, he's not going to have the title. Because in typical Barcelona fashion, after a decent start to the game and some good football, we concede with the very first shot on target from our opponent in the game. And Celta, they're working the ball inside. Santi Mina takes on the shot there from outside the area. I have to say, it's not really good from anybody in terms of Barcelona defensively there. I don't think Piqué really does enough to close down the ball. He doesn't really throw himself in front of the shot. But Ter Stegen, he doesn't even move. Now, okay, you can say there that he's unsighted. He can't really see the ball. He's probably there on his wrong side a little bit. He's maybe committed one way and it's gone the other. But at the same time, just do something. Don't just stand there and watch the ball. And he wouldn't even say that was in the bottom corner. It was quite a central effort there from Santi Mina. But again, Barca conceding in the simplest of way. And going into half-time, more frustration. Barca won, Celta Vigo won. In terms of the second half, Ronald Koeman there made a few changes to try and inspire a better second half display and hopefully there to get the win for Barcelona. Ricky Puig actually came on at half-time. That was pretty surprising to me, coming on there to replace Pedri. And then just after the hour mark, there were a few more changes. Piqué went off, Dest came on, also Dembele went off, and Antoine Griezmann. On in their places came Braithwaite and indeed Trincao. Before later in the game too, Ronald Koeman really did go all out, bringing on Miralem Pjanic from the bench to replace Ilaix Moriba. But I've got to say, it never really got going in the second half. Barca here, even though technically, when you were watching the results go in, Real Madrid, and for a long, long time in their game, they were drawing. Atletico even went behind in their game. We could have actually there taken a big step. If we'd have actually gone out and won this game there, put the pressure on, we could have been right in the mix. But again, there was no sense of urgency. There was no realisation from the players that, you know what, let's go and get the win. It was very much pedestrian again from Barca, waiting around, very slow, very lethargic in our play. And of course, Clement Longley went and got himself sent off. 2 yellow cards there. The second one, of course, saw him see that red card. That wasn't exactly ideal. And then it was pretty much a matter of time, wasn't it? You were thinking here, Barca are trying to get that winner. But as soon as that other shot came in, as soon as a bit more danger came our way, yep, another conceded goal. It's something out of nothing. It's a cross that goes actually by the way of the goal. It's a very strange sort of effort there. Ter Stegen is beaten by that. He then can't react quick enough. Araujo is the only one trying to defend. But Celta get to the ball first, score at the Camp Nou, which has inflicted another damaging day, another damaging defeat, which now means that with the results elsewhere, Barca out of the title race And it's not even close. At the end of the day here, we're not even close now to competing with Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid. You can say all you like about, we're challenging for the title race. We didn't expect to be here. We're not challenging for anything. We're nowhere near those above us right now. They are still fighting going into the last game. What are we doing? What have we been doing over these past few games? It is not good enough. We cannot excuse these mistakes. Not from the players, not from the coach. I'm not going to single out one particular person. Every single member of that team, they're going to stand up and say, you know what? I've not done good enough. But I've got to say, when you look elsewhere today at the results at the top, Real Madrid did take the lead against Athletic Club in their game. A single goal was enough for them. Nacho, again, it was a pretty lucky goal. He actually went in off his shin. He didn't really know an awful lot about it, but Real Madrid, at this point in the season, they will take that. And of course, they did manage to keep a clean sheet, something that we can't do. And you've got to give it to Atletico, because throughout this game, I thought, you know what? They're on the verge here of bottling this. They were at the top. They were there to be shot at. They actually went behind in their game against Osasuna. They also had a goal ruled out by VAR, but who was the man that once they equalised, once they were looking for that winning goal, it was actually at the very same moment that Barça conceded against Celta. It's Suarez arriving there into the area, a poacher's goal, winning the game and possibly the league for Atletico Madrid, who right now, as you can see, in terms of the league table, they are 7 points ahead of Barça. Real are 5 ahead of us with just a single game to go. All that we're doing now is trying to finish in third, which will mean that Barça have suffered their worst league finish since the 2007 to 2008 season, and we will finish on less points than we did last season. And I'm sorry guys, but the bad news does not end there, because Barcelona B were involved earlier on today in a big game for them. They were playing their Segunda B promotion playoff semi-final against Murcia. They actually went behind in that game pretty early on, but they did hit back. We took the lead there by 2-1. 2 goals it was from Ray Benaj, an absolutely brilliant second goal that he scored there, a brilliant run and a brilliant finish, and he also scored a penalty. But Murcia equalised, 2-2 it ended there and went into extra time. It then ended up in penalties on that game. 18 penalties were taken between the two teams. There were so many misses, really poor standard of a penalty shootout. And unfortunately for Barça B, we were just not able to kill off the game and win that shootout. Conrad missed the first penalty, Fernandez missed, Ray Benaj himself missed a big one in that shootout, Oriol and Mingo as well missing, meaning that Barcelona will not be promoted from Segunda B. And I have to say, that is so cruel on Iñaki Peña. I thought he had an absolutely brilliant game in the penalty shootout, save after save after save. He was just waiting for somebody from Barcelona B to say, you know what, I'll score the pen and I'll reward you for your work. That didn't happen, but I fully expect to see Iñaki Peña in the first team next season to replace Neto. And of course, I've also got to say, another big game. It'll be starting very shortly, I'm sure, depending on when you're watching this. But Barça Femení will be facing off tonight against Chelsea in the Women's Champions League final. That's going to be coming there live from Sweden, and they have a fantastic opportunity to actually bring some European silverware home, something that the men have definitely not managed this season. And given they've already won their league title by a country mile, we're all behind them tonight. Hopefully, they can get the win and get the job done. So that there, guys, is a summary of what went down on this Sunday evening. Once again for Barcelona, it was not the best of games, it was not the best of results, but I've got to say right now, I'm kind of done with it. I'm kind of done with the league season. I'm looking forward to the summer. We spoke yesterday in the past few days about the changes that we need to make and we have to make, and all this is going to do is just enforce that. Today's result, today's loss, the fact we are now many points behind the leaders, we've got to make sure we make those changes. Enough is enough. We've seen this now for far too long. And certainly coming up, guys, we're going to be talking much more about those changes. And I'm also going to have a few different kind of videos as well coming up for you on More Talk FCB. So I will see you soon for all of that good stuff. Thanks indeed for joining me, even despite yet another disappointing day. But until next time, we will keep fighting. And trust me when I say, Laporta will bring us back stronger. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça!